There we go. So we are live. We are live. And even though I was just looking at my calendar, I have to check it again. You just told me what day it was.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. It's sometimes it really is too, even 11 a.m. is too early for me sometimes, So yes, hello everyone. Merry Christmas, everybody. To everybody who is barely awake right now, even at 11 a.m. on Christmas morning. Oh my goodness. It's Monday, December 25th, 2023. And I am here with special guest Visenia Lindsay because Nita is not waking up this early on Christmas Day, even at 11 a.m. So let me just find all my stuff here. Oh my goodness. I don't know. It's like I'm looking at everything and now I lost everything. Hold on. So yes, we'll be right back. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Like I said, Nita is not joining us today because she is sleeping in like a smart person.
She is smart.
Yeah. But it's like we're going to be taking a vacation soon from the vlog. So I figured that at least, we try to do as many vlogs as possible before that vacation starts in about a week. So that's so here we are on a Christmas morning-ish, Christmas brunch more like. So let me see who's joining us in the chat today. Who else is up today? Hello, Afraid. Merry Christmas. Hello, and hello, Max. With a yeehaw Christmas. Thank you very much. And Joe Bachman. Hello. And Kia Fern, welcome. Oh, Carlos Eros TV. Hello. Feliz Navidad to you too, sir. Carl, and also here's Carl. Hello. Carl says happy holidays. I cannot stay, but I wanted to drop my like for you. Thank you. Hope everyone has a great day and Nita gets her rest. Yes, thank you very much. And last but not least, Patrick. Hey ladies, Merry Christmas to you both and your families. And what the hell are you doing streaming on Christmas Day? Yeah, well, you know what? We were kind of asking ourselves that as well. But I don't usually do anything for Christmas. It's like I told Vess, since all our friends and family don't live anywhere near us, there's no real point. Look, I even forgot to turn on my Christmas tree. But I'll turn it on after the show is, and Vess doesn't have to go anywhere until 4:00. So all her parties, they were last night and they don't start again until 4:00. So, we're streaming anyway. So what else are we doing? What else are we doing as we wait for, I don't know, Starbucks to open? I don't know. What are we doing?
Are they even open?
Yeah, I know, really. Like Christmas Day is usually the only day that I think reminds me of when we first went on lockdown after COVID, COVID, when everything gets like super quiet because everything is closed, nobody's going outside. And this is like the only day that feels like that day. So it's like, so it's kind of weird to like wake up and there's no noise outside for a Monday of all days. But the last night though was noisy. My neighbors, they were partying.
I'm pretty sure the kids open the gifts too.
Oh my goodness. And the way the walls are set up, you would have thought they were in our house opening gifts. So it's like, so it's like, even though I didn't do anything last night, we were doing things in spirit, apparently.
Yeah.
So before hey, bye Patrick, have a good day. Everybody who's just dropping in and then having to leave, have a really great day today. I hope it's quiet and and everyone's taking a lot of Advil and whatever it is you need to do to recoup from last night. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So Max is saying Christmas is like every other day for me. It's a day I work and no one else is, so I can't get any answers. Yeah, it's like that kind of sucks that you're the only, but then again, you probably do get time and a half, right? I hope. Or working in terms of you're doing comics like the rest of us. Because really, that's pretty much how I spent my Christmas weekend too, just working on comics like every other day. So before Efrain rings the bell, so let's see. I should have. Oh, you know what? I should have had a Christmas themed clip, but didn't even think about it until now. Oh well. So hello, everyone. Yeah. Oh well. So hello, everyone. My name is Daphne Lage, and I'm a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and you know what that means. What does it mean? I don't know. What are we doing today? Let's see. Let's do the usual.
You don't understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
And I am known for the furry fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which returns to Kickstarter in 2024 with the next story arc, Tears of the Mother, which continues directly from Thieves' Quest with the reissue of issues 1 through 5 and the brand new issue 6. 2024, a week away, 2024. I still can't believe it. And I am also known for my medieval fantasy drama, Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which also returns to Kickstarter in 2024, February to be exact, with issue 8 out of a 15-issue series. Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, returning to Kickstarter February 2024. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. Links are in the show notes below. And you can, in the meantime, you can read both my comics online at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, and talltalesonline.com, TAILS, that Tales. And you can check out all my videos on how I make my comics here on YouTube, a collection of 500 plus videos on my channel at Daphne Lage Art, which also simulcasts, Jesus, you see, goldfish, simulcasts through the Indie Comics Network. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you get notified whenever any of our shows go live. And usually I am passing this off to Nita, but today we have special guest Visenia, who is joining us today because, like I said, Nita is sleeping in today. So Vess, why don't you tell all the peoples who you are?
I'm a singer designs. I do illustrations, commissions, all that good stuff. I work on a comic called Celestial Pulse. I got 9 issues in total. So Daphne catching up, y'all.
Yeah, no, really, I am. Actually, I pulled out all the issues again because honestly, this has been my fave for since I first got them from you. So I definitely am catching up, definitely, so
I feel that. I appreciate it. I'll be catching up on yours.
Yeah, no, because it's like you're working on what, like issue 10 already?
Yep, issue 10. I got like 17 pages left to illustrate.
Wow,
So I'm almost there.
Right, yeah. I mean, issue 10 really is a milestone. Like, just over the weekend, I just finished sketching out issue 10. So it's like, so I've just been working on just layouts for issues 9 and 10. And I just finished. Oh, let me get that last page up. I just finished the other day, just finishing issue 10, just laying it out. And it's kind of like a great feeling to get to double digits, isn't it?
Yes, because that's when you're like, dang, I'm so deep into the book.
Yeah, there's no turning back now.
There's no turning back.
You are committed at this point.
Right.
My
hands is shackled.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, so like, so like we were saying, so Celestial Pulse is Visenia's comic. If anybody is just watching us for the first time and seeing her for the first time, they can still get these off your website, right? In case anybody wants to. And so I have up to issue 9. No, issue 8. Is that no? That's issue 9. Okay, I gotta update my glasses too for the new year. So I have up to issue 9. Definitely looking forward to issue 10. And if you want to watch Vess actually work on these pages in real time, you can actually tell everybody about your live stream.
I'll be streaming y'all. So Twitch.com. Visenia Designs, well,
right.
It ain't a Twitch.tv, but look for Visenia Designs. You'll find me on Twitch. I stream Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to whenever. I do not have a filter. I can't stop, won't stop. I don't think we'll ever stop. Sleep is for the day, y'all.
No, sleep is for the sleepy. I'd rather. I do like to get my sleep though. I want to make sure. Listen,
I get my sleep. I'm just, I'm just trying to be funny.
No, of course.
No, but, I stream art, but right now we kind of took a break. We're taking a holiday break for the rest of the month. So I've been on my Baldur's Gate.
Right. So that's the thing. You do all sorts. So not only are you working on comics, you do commissions on your stream. You also and you also play video games too, which is like, I mean, and you also do like Dungeons and Dragons sessions.
Yep.
Like pretty much you're living online.
I don't have a life in the physical world. I got a life in the digital world, though.
Right, that's for sure. Yeah, that's sometimes what it feels like, right? Yeah. Like ever since like I really started like doing streaming and what on the regular, it's like outside. Why do I need to go outside?
Right.
Everybody I know is in the computer.
Or on my phone. Like I'll be on my phone all day, like, and then my aunt is like, "Hello."
Right.
Put that up. And I'm like, I'm working.
Right. Yeah, no, for real.
And no, you're not working. You're just actually chit-chatting with your friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, what else am I doing? But I'm working. Right. But So tell us about, so now that we're here, we're literally a week away from 2024, which honestly, I still think is a hate crime. This year should not have gone this fast. As it did, really, and I'm not liking it, but it's like, so how was your 2023? How would you sum up your 2023?
Listen, I didn't get surgery in November, so it's been great. You remember, I don't know if you remember, but 2022, I lost my appendix. 2021, I lost my gallbladder on the same month. So it was like, what the hell is happening? I was struggling that whole entire time.
Oh, that's wow.
Couldn't play nothing. Couldn't even stream. Was in the bed, useless, basically.
Wow. Yeah, no, because last year around this time too, I had really hurt my leg, my back and my leg. And that, look, I still feel it, even though it's kind of, it's been a year, but I still feel it, like, and it's like, it's just a reminder going, oh, thou art Myrtle. It's like, oh, damn it. So yes, starting off the new year not being in a hospital. Yes, I agree. We'll definitely put a gold star.
We're putting a bing is great. It's been fantastic. I take all the good times over the
No, for real. That's for sure.
Because man, it's good not to see my surgeon. For the third
time.
It's
like there's definitely two people you always never want to say, I'll see you soon. And that is your doctor and your plumber. Although wait a minute.
I see my plumber every day.
No, for me, I never want to see my plumber. But, that's true because Justin, right? Justin, he's a plumber.
Justin is a plumber.
That would make sense that you would see your plumber every day. Yes.
Every day.
Oh, yeah. At least, but look, every time I see my plumber, there's a bill at the end of it. at least you don't, at least you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
And you can get your plumber to help you make deviled eggs.
Right.
Yes.
He pipes very well.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Nope, not today, Daphne.
Not today. You did that yesterday. So but at least we still keep the spirit of the show. So even with Nita,
look, I'm tuning her in. She's sleeping.
exactly.
I'm channeling it.
Exactly. But I mean, what else happened to you in 2023? What else, like, how would you sum up 2023 for you?
Oh man.
What stands out for you?
I think for real, it was mostly just working on commissions, a lot of commissions, and it was like D&D related.
Right.
Because I'm getting into the D&D scene, and I'm doing live streams with a person who does live Dungeons and Dragons. So like working on other people's characters and their idea of what their characters look like and stuff like that has been really cool, because it makes me think about my like own characters and like what I can do to like make them a little bit better. And then on top of that, seeing how my dungeon master, he kind of helps with narrating the story and pushing it along, is kind of making me rethink of like Celestial Pulse and fine tuning that to making it a lot better. So I've been like doing a lot more writing, in the sense of like making sure there's like some fun to it,
right?
Because my community, they wanted Pulsey in the book.
Right.
And I felt like Pulsey was floating. So now I have like a nice stamp on it, to the point where like I can actually take Celestial Pulse and put it into the D&D world.
Right. You have because so not only do you have like the mascot now, because every anime always has that mascot that just seems to like even the most serious, like I was surprised like something like Chainsaw Man has like that weird guinea pig thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that. I don't. As you can see, I am not caught up with all the kids, with what's hot or anything. But also, I have to remember that it's just me watching the chat right now.
Oh my goodness!
So hello, Plungecast. Hello, and hey, Merry Christmas from New Zealand. Hope you all. Oh, New Zealand! Wow, you're in the future. You are in the future. So thank you so much. Oh, and speaking of plumbers. Hello, Juju. This is Justin, right? I always assume Juju is Justin, right? Yeah, okay.
Yep,
just want to make sure I'm not talking.
That's his online present name.
Yes. Hello, welcome. And hello, HR. Hello. Merry Christmas to you too. And of course, Max goes, it means furry porn. Absolutely.
Absolutely. We won't have it any other way.
Yeah,
right?
So let's see it. And Michael, hello, and Joseph, hello, Merry Christmas to you too. Hello, good morning. So D&D is actually like kind of like inspired you to do more writing. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, it's like a lot more writing and plotting for things to happen that you didn't expect your character to go through, but they need to go through, so that it makes it makes the reaping the success in the end better. Makes any sense.
No, absolutely. I think that's why like the current trend of making everything cozy kind of bothers me. Like cozy is what happens afterwards.
Right.
But it's like, it's kind of seems like, like a lot of like, I see this a lot in like the book, in like a book fandom, like novels in that circle, where people like, they don't want anything with conflict in it. And it's like, look, I understand the real world sucks. I understand that. Right. But it's like, there's something about the conflict that really gets to the meat of the story. And it's like, and I think that's what makes the cozy parts that come afterwards even more, they just mean more.
Yeah.
And so definitely I completely understand that. And it's like, so now, but the thing is though, it's like, since you're like 9 issues, 10 issues in, right? And it's like, and now it's like you're kind of like looking over your stories going, oh, okay, I can go here now. Like you're thinking about it differently. Do you feel that it's kind of affecting all the previous work that you did, or like you're fine, like how are you mitigating the previous work that you did and kind of like the new way you're I guess you're figuring out stuff now. Yeah.
Yeah. It tell you the truth, there's a lot of things in the past that I wish I did differently. So it's like I have to like suck up that L and like, okay, you know what? I'm going to suck up this L, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to keep the ending the same, but just implement things that are important so that if I ever made a spinoff, it will, flow together right, and it'll be a really good writing versus, 14-year-old Vess turning into 20-year-old Vess trying to figure out how to write a book Vess to now Vess knowing how to write a book, knowing how to make conflict, and knowing how to like do these things to make the character go through things. And mind you, I don't want it to happen. That was the issue when I was younger. Or, when I first started off the book, I didn't want my character to go through what I went through. And I was like, this doesn't make sense for her, though. Because it took me up to the point that I am that made me the woman that I am. So she has to go through things to make her the person that she is in the end of the book. I can't. Sorry, boo, but I got to do it.
I love you, but torture. I must torture you now.
It's like what's grief without love persevering?
Right? No, I mean, but that's what it's like. Juju is saying conflict is what makes the story interesting. Absolutely, the story is in the conflict. Like I said, cozy comes later, but it's like cozy doesn't create character. Cozy doesn't create character. Conflict creates character. Have you hopefully this hasn't happened, right? Have you found yourself writing yourself into a plot hole that you're like going, oh snap, I mentioned this in the previous issues and now I'm kind of like,
I don't want to do it.
To figure this out or something.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, there's like a couple of things that I did that I was like, I should have never did that. Like I should have never added that character, or I should have did it a different type of way to make it the way that I want it to look in my head. But I have plans. I have plans to figure out how to destroy things.
I mean, it's because I know because it's like it's like 10 issues in myself. It's like I'm looking back like like more for me though. It's more like, oh, I should have done more with this character. I should have done this. I should have done that. But for me, especially in 2023, I mean, writing was a big thing for me as well. It's like I really got into prose writing. And right now I'm in the process of converting my comic book work into a novel. And whatever loopholes I found in my comic book work, I'm trying to fix in the prose. Because at least in prose, you can put in all this information that wouldn't make sense in a comic because, it's like, it just becomes too much, right? I mean, I'm sure you have stuff that, so here's the opposite. It's like, was there stuff that you didn't put in the comic that you kind of look back on, oh, I should have?
Yeah, because there was like a lot of things that I wanted inside of there, but Justin was like, that could come later. And I was like, okay. And then now that I'm changing everything, I'm like, damn, it would have been nice to have that in there because then it could have been a buffer to like transition that in there. But it is what it is.
Right. Yeah.
Relearning.
That's true. I mean, how far ahead do you have? Like, so how far ahead are you on Celestial Pulse in terms of writing? Like, do you have an ending? Like, do you have it like all complete writing wise, or?
I did. But after I went ahead, started playing D&D, learning this writing sequence, that went to hell. So all the middle stuff that I had
Right.
got thrown in the trash. Like
Sure.
it is, I legit got a document that's called Celestial Pulse Revision 2 because
Right.
I had to, like, I was like, just in case I don't finish this and I
Right.
can just continue the story, I'll just cheese it out. Like, it's gonna
Right.
hurt me, but I'm gonna just cheese it out. But I'm like, nah, let me
Right.
like have this second one so I could
Right.
like put in all these extra details. And I'm thinking of like ways to helping the characters a little bit and like
Mhm.
have them look more inward than just like, you know, oh, I'm
Oh,
gonna be this way because I'm this way and that's it. You
right.
have to accept
Like, you
me.
kind of, like, pput a little bit more, I guess, like, characterization, like, more of
Yeah.
a reasoning instead of, like, um,
Right.
I guess, like, I don't know if depending on tropes is the phrase I wanna use because a lot of people it's like they hear the word trope and thanks to garbage on the internet, they think that it's a bad thing, but it's like, no, tropes are just well used, you
Right.
know, just things in stories that repeat themselves throughout no matter who's writing the story.
Right.
And it's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just the execution that's important, um
I see
you
it
know
as a
so,
tool
huh.
almost. I see it as a tool because like
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
you take a trope and then you try to manipulate it to the way that you
Right.
want to so that it
Right.
can make your story come to life.
Right. Yeah. And it's like, and I guess what you're, I guess if I understood what you were saying, that you're kind of like, I guess like you're trying to now use more characterization so you don't have to depend on tropes
Right.
to explain why. Oh, it's like, oh, he's just the bad guy. She's just
Right.
the hero. And you already know how they act. It's like, no, it's a little bit more going on than
Right.
just that. Because because you have Vincent, who, like, from the beginning, because he pulls out, it's like, here's a vampire, and it's like you're expecting that, it's like, okay, I don't think I'm ruining anything because it's literally how the
No,
story
it's
opens,
literally how it goes.
where it's like you kind of get this, like, kind of this fantasy vibe, right? You're expecting, Vincent confronts Fiji, and it's like in Fuji. I'm sorry, Fuji, and you expect him to pull out a sword, and instead he sticks a gun in her face.
Yep.
And it's like, oh well, that's different, It's like, because it's like how Blade, no matter Blade always has a sword on him, right? So you don't expect him to. So same thing here. It's like, oh, he's a vampire. He's gonna pull a sword out. No, he's gonna pull a gun out. It's like, oh well, I guess that's more efficient.
You can't bring a sword to a gunfight.
Exactly. So obviously he was supposed to be. He starts off as, okay, this is the bad guy. He has to be the bad guy because he's the guy with the gun, right? But then as the story goes on, it's like, oh wait, there's something else going on here. It's like he's not necessarily a bad guy. He's kind of like doing bad things, but
Yeah.
he's not the bad guy. And it's just kind of like, okay, all right, okay. All right, I can run with this.
It's like
Right.
it's like the thing where like you hate this character because you're like,
Right.
damn, you shady.
Yeah.
And then you find out about the character and you're
Yeah.
like, oh no,
Right.
don't do that. You're gonna
Right.
make it's like you start feeling sympathy
No, and
for the
that's
villain.
exactly no,
And you're like, it's
because honestly, it was very tough in the beginning. Ooh, Vincent Aiden. And then it's like, you were working on, I guess, like the cover, right? To I think it was issue 9 or 10. No,
yeah.
issue 10. And it's Vincent looking like, obviously it's a younger Vincent with this beautiful braid, right? And he's sad. And I just remember having a visceral reaction to that cover, going, What happened to Vincent? What happened? What happened? What are you doing to him? Why is he crying? And I go, oh, okay, that's my favorite character.
Yep. Everybody who showed
Right.
up that stream was like, what you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when I was
Exactly.
like doing the inside pages,
Yeah. Yeah.
where like we was doing the
Right.
younger
Yeah.
Vincent and the cast, and they were
Yeah.
going at it, they were like,
Yeah.
what's
Right.
happening here? This ain't right, Vess. I
Right.
was like,
No. It.
listen, we're trying to get into Vincent's truth. What's
Right.
happened
Yeah.
and what happened,
Yeah.
because y'all got to know what happened, what made him what he is. You feel me?
Right. No, exactly. Exactly. I mean that no, and it's like I said, the conflict is where the story is. And so yeah, because it's like I have because it's like because Nita's been seeing the latest issues of Eagle Raven as I finish them, and she's been mad at me for like the past several issues.
I
And I go,
can't.
look, it's worth it. Trust
It's
me
worth
on
it.
this. Trust me. Trust me. It's worth it. Oh, maybe not, but it's worth it. Maybe not the initial thing, but it's worth it. There's a reason for everything, but it is kind of funny. It's like when people really have that reaction, it's kind of like, yeah, I did it right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm not trying to change the story like
Right.
too much from what I already got written,
Right.
because it's like I wrote it.
Mm-hmm.
It was start to finish.
Right.
If I change too much, I'm adding too much to the story, and I don't
Right.
want to add too much, because it was supposed to be something that was like, maybe 50 issues.
Right.
But like if I add all the stuff I want to add, this
Right.
ain't gonna stop. It's gonna keep
Right.
going
Yeah,
and
you're gonna
going and
end up with
going.
like One Piece or something. It's like, oh, Vess is on
Right.
volume 217 or whatever. It's
Nah,
like,
man. I'll be like a granny with fingers
yeah,
all
I know,
cramped up.
I know. Yeah.
No,
It's
I
like,
can't do
yeah.
it.
But so one more thing though. So of course, as it happens with artists, with any artist, it's like as you start going along a series this long, once you hit issue 10, right? And also depending on how long it took you from issue 1. It's like how do you reconcile the change in style that inevitably happens?
I don't, Daphne. I don't even look at the first issues. I'm like, so issue 1 through 4 is in black and white, then it turns into color, right?
Right.
There's a reason for how that goes, right?
Yeah.
So I tell everybody who comes to the table, listen, if you like color, issue 1 through 4 is in black and white, but then it turns to colors.
Right. Yeah.
It got that pow, right?
Right. Yeah.
But I promise you that the art is going to change by issue 9.
Right.
And it's going
Yeah.
to look better. So I open the book and I show them.
Right.
And they're
I mean,
like,
just to give everybody, it's so here is her first issue where it's like I guess you were because you had told me once that you were stylistically you were very
Yeah.
influenced by Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then here is issue 9.
Right.
And it's like, and if you didn't know any better, you'd think that this were 2 different characters, but they're not. This is the the evolution of the same character.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, so it's like, do you confuse yourself sometimes,
No.
with this drastic? I mean, to me, it seems like a drastic change.
Yeah.
But so what do? You just like, well, this is just how it is, and
Oh no,
move on?
I just tune it out. I'm like, that don't
Right.
exist in my brain.
Oh, okay.
Like I just like, because the thing about it is when I look at the first issue, I cringe so hard. I'm like, damn, the anatomy is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong.
Yeah,
The coloring is wrong. Like I'll like nitpick my
Yeah.
own stuff. And mind you, that was 2015 vest. That's not
Right.
2023 vest. Like
Yeah.
I have a different style because I'm more comfortable I have a comfortable style now where
Mhm.
it's like I got my anime, but I also got, the diverse parts that I would like
Oh,
to
yeah.
have. Like
Mhm.
I gave my characters top lips.
Right.
Anime characters don't have top
No, that's
lips. They don't even got a nose.
Right, yeah.
So-
Mine barely has a nose. It's like I just put a little dot there. It's like, look, I don't have time.
Right. But I sit there, I add the nose, and then like with Fuji, I was
Right.
gonna have her with straight hair all the time because back in the days I used to wear my hair straight all the time.
Mhm.
I wasn't comfortable with my curly hair. But I was like, you know what? As she grows, I want her to like love herself more.
Right.
So I was like, I want this curly hair.
Right.
I want her to like embrace her like her Spanish heritage,
Right.
get
There
this
you go.
curly hair going, and
Huh?
I'm like, damn, if I would have just did this in the beginning because she looks fantastic.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But I think that in an odd way, it also shows growth in the character as much as in your artwork.
Yeah.
I think because that really came together when you were working on a flashback scene, and Juju says it's like she learned how to draw more diverse. Well,
Yeah.
I think it's more like embracing it. It's like because we sometimes we get caught up in like a certain style, and then it's like, oh wait, I can expand from this.
Right.
And so you were doing a flashback scene, and even I got a little confused because the characters look different, and I go, oh wait a minute. It's like you're actually channeling the old style to do the flashback scene. How difficult was that?
Listen, you got to hold back. You can't
Right.
go. You can't, because the thing about it is, this is how I see it. When they're younger, they have less definition, and then when they're older, they got more definition. So like
Right.
with Fuji, I was like, okay, this is her younger self. She shouldn't have, like, she could have a body, but it shouldn't look super developed as if she was like a
Right.
20-year-old woman, like
Right.
how she is now. Like you
Mhm.
could picture her body in her
Right.
hourglass, but I didn't
Right.
want that for the younger version. So I was
Right.
like, I'll give her the top lip. I'll shade it the way that I'll shade it, but I gotta pull back from, giving her all the extra stuff that I give her on the regular. And then like even with Vincent, like I had to pull back. And then it was hard because he has shorter hair.
Right.
So I had to pull back. So it was so hard to not
Right.
draw that man with long hair. I was like,
Long,
this is
luxurious
bad.
locks. Oh, so I just so Juju's asking what's prose. It's prose, prose. It's novels, novel writing. So it's text. It's like prose is just the text. So that's what I've been doing. So instead of doing comics, like I said, I've been converting it to prose, which is just a novel, just turning it into a novel.
Right.
Yeah. So, hello, Merry Christmas to you, and Sean, Merry Christmas to you as well. Now the thing is though, yeah. So speaking of Pulsey and Celestial Pulse and everything else, but at least you're gonna start off 2024 with a bang.
Yes.
So you are going to start off. It's why January 1st for a Kickstarter. So what you're seeing on the screen is the campaign that Vess is going to be running January 1st, like a madwoman. She's going to start off with a campaign, not for a comic, but for something a little bit interesting, a little bit more interesting. Because trust me, if she ran a comic, I'd be there too. So comic book Kickstarter, I'd be there too. That doesn't matter. Vest, literally, you could put out anything. It's like, okay, here, just take my card. You're fine. Right?
Yeah, I do the same thing with Daphne. Like,
yeah,
she put out that comic, and I was like, I need to go get that.
It's like, yes, the campaign that cannot be named because it gets banned on social media.
Right.
Yeah. So, but this is so tell us about this campaign that's going to be launching on January 1st.
So it's called The Deck of Many Pulses. Is basically my take on the iconic Dungeons and Dragons Deck of Many Things set. It has like 22 cards, and it's usually used for people to like mess with their campaign. So what I did was every day for the month of October, because everybody knows I do Posttober on October, for like all the 31 days, we decided to do this little that card, that whole deck. And as I was doing it, they were like, "Oh, so when you're dropping the Kickstarter?" And that always happens. When you're dropping the Kickstarter, I'm like, I didn't expect that to be like that, but okay, So
Mean for it to be a Kickstarter? I mean, or it just
no,
right, you
it
weren't
was for fun. It
right.
was for funsies.
And
Like
the masses.
that's what happened with the
Right.
Post-tober books, like the art books.
Uh-huh.
It was funsies, and then they were like, when you're dropping the book, and I'm
Right.
like, y'all, if you're gonna put listen, hear me out. If y'all gonna put y'all money where your mouth is, I'm gonna
Right.
just give it to you. I'm not gonna
Right.
fight.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
The video though, I love the video. So I'm going to play the video. Please tell me immediately if there's no sound because everyone has to hear this with sound. And I just want to make sure I brought this in correctly. So I'm going to play the video. So let's see.
An enigmatic being appears before you, a knowing smile on their face.
Is there sound?
3 cards are drawn from a mysterious deck. Both riches and ruin lie before you. Are you brave enough to tempt fate? With trembling fingers, you flip each one in turn. The wise vizier. Are you willing to bear the cost of the answers you seek? The comet. Catch its tail and steal its power, or fall short and find only ruin. Or perhaps court the fated sisters 3. Both light and shadow lie behind their all-seeing eyes. Let me introduce the Deck of Many Pulses, with artwork by the creator of the illustrated masterpiece Celestial Pulse, Visenia Lindsay. This deck features 22 dynamic cards. Each illustration follows our very own Pulsey from her comic series Celestial Pulse, embarking on their own D&D adventure. A deck perfect to spice up any TTRPG. Back this project and explore the possibilities on Kickstarter today.
I really love that video. It's like the perfect length, the perfect visuals, everything.
Listen, my dungeon master, right? Because I was gonna do the voice,
Uh-huh.
but I used to do YouTube all the time. So like making these like little short videos, I was
Mhm.
pretty good at. But I was like, I don't want to be sitting in front of a camera talking this time. I want to do
Right.
something different. So I was like, let me animate a little bit. Let me try to voice it over. So I was gonna voice it over, but I was like, it's kind of weird that I'm talking about myself in the third person.
Oh, right.
Who's better? My dungeon master. Because guess what? He does all these different type of voices, accents, you name it, he does it. So I was like, Matt, I need a favor. And he was like, what you need? And I was like, I need your voice. So I gave him the script. And he was like, well, can I edit the script a little bit? I was like, go ahead, do your thing. So
Right.
he did his thing while I was animating. And we put that bad boy together. And I was like, oh, every Kickstarter I have,
Right.
you better like seal
Be
yourself
available.
up.
Right. It's like no, because really, it's like because Nita said 60 seconds.
Yeah, Nita did say 60. She said
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Yeah, because one, it's the perfect. I think it's the perfect length, and 2, it makes it a lot easier to post it on social media as well. So you get a lot of use out of that video. But come on, that was like a really striking video as well. So it's almost a shame that it's 60 seconds,
Right?
but but it's like no, definitely like and so you did this according to I guess this October challenge that you were doing, and like you said, the mob called for it.
Yeah, the
So
mob
here
called
are
for it.
right. So here are the cards. So how many cards are in the deck again?
There's 22 cards. And then if we get there to like stretch golden, it might be 27. So
Right.
we were doing all these different cards. It's basically Pulsey on his own D&D quest. So you'll see him,
Right.
with legs, because Justin hates his legs. Just
Well-
walking around.
The legs that he grew his thick legs.
His thick legs. I'm like, listen, he's a traveler. Your legs get thick when you walk.
Right. No, absolutely. So here are some of the things. So this is what the deck itself looks like. So you have proofs and everything. You have this out, so it's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
Yeah, it has like a textured surface.
Yeah.
So it's actually really, it looks like it's really, really nice paper.
Yeah, this is actually the tarot card. There's a tarot card site.
Yeah, so let me bring it up on the screen.
I don't know if you guys could see it, but you could see that ridge, and it's to help the cards not be stuck together. So like you can just like, if you shuffle, It's really good. I actually used this last Friday because we had our holiday special, and my DM, he uses these to like wreck our lives. Like legit, my character is gonna be hit with a conflict because I decided to go with three cards.
Character.
It builds character, so it's really cool because like shuffling is very easy, and I didn't think that the cards will be super sturdy, but they are, and they don't bend as easy too when you have them like this with like this.
Oh,
texture.
I didn't even think that the texture would keep them from sticking together. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't even think of that, but they're just also. It's like, look, even if you're not into D&D or tarot cards, these are like great little mini prints. It's like instead of having like a little art book, you have like this little print set that you could just have in the box when you're not looking at it, and then it's like, because yeah, that's the thing that I like too about it. Because like I said, I don't play D&D because I get too attached to my characters and I always roll a 1. So so it's like it doesn't work for me. But I could have this set. Also, there's an acrylic pin. That's going to be available now. Is this going to be an add-on, or do you get? Are these going to be things that you're going to get with the deck as well as bonus?
It's like an add-on. You can get it with the deck, but you can also add it on. So like everything that you see on that page, you can add it on. If you missed any of the Celestial Pulse comics, you could add that in. Everything is addable.
Right. So yes, so here's the limited edition. So this is one of the Pulse-tober books. Is this one of the older ones that you
I only got 2 left. I gotta actually update that.
Okay.
So that's like a first come, first serve.
And then here is the latest one, which I have my copy right here. It is a hardcover. So that's the latest one that came out. And then of course, as we said, you can get Celestial Pulse also on this campaign as well, which I just highly recommend recommend that you do that. So here we go. So these are the 2 characters that you play. Which again, on top of everything that you do, there's also animated versions of these characters as well.
Listen, McElhinney, which is my Friday game, she has her own book. Like I got my journal. I've been posting images.
Let me put that up. Look at this. Look at this.
So she has her journal. This is like my notes that I take from my D&D sessions.
Oh my
god!
So
they look like it's just like doodles.
Right.
And then she just got her watercolor set, so her stuff looks like this now, y'all. Like she out here pulling out watercolors.
Wow.
So I got that all on coffee, and it has like a blurb of like what happened each session or each image, what's going on. And I don't know, man. Like everybody's telling me to turn that into a book, so that might be.
I was just about to ask. You see, that's too much work to that's too much work to roll a 1 on. that's too much work. I only have I only have this the hardcover. I only have the latest one because this is the one that I ended up knowing Vess on. So I think so this is literally the first book of hers that I bought, and then I bought the rest of Celestial Pulse with it on the campaign. Oh, my books are all falling. So so yeah, that was this. I don't have the first one. No.
Well, let me know. I'll put that one to the side. I'm just saying, Daphne.
Thank you. So I can have the full collection, right?
Yeah, you got. If you want the full collection, let me know.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll get you the other one. Don't worry.
There we go. So you're definitely going to have to update. So for those of you seeing this campaign for the first time, it's not live yet. This is just we're just showing you a preview of the campaign. It launches on January 1st. So make sure the link is in the show notes below. So make sure that you hit the pre-launch page. It's on pre-launch right now, so you get notified when the campaign goes live January 1st. Like I said, what made you think January 1st would be the best day to launch this?
Because I was building it December.
Right.
I was building the campaign in December because they wouldn't stop
Right.
November. Like November,
Right.
they were like, when the cards are coming out, I was like, listen, I got to get the proofs first. I got to
Right.
figure out if these are the people I want to work with. Like, I like to
Right.
have I don't know about anybody else, but when I run a Kickstarter, I like to have all my dots
Oh,
dotted,
absolutely.
my T's
Absolutely.
crossed. I need to
Mhm.
know who I'm going to work with, how efficient they're going to be, if I can
Right.
speak to them. So I was like, I was doing that all of November because I know they wanted it. So I was going to do it like February, maybe
Right.
March. No, they kept hounding me. I'm like, how about January? January's perfect, Vess.
Right. Right.
Okay. All right. You know, that's
Right.
after Christmas, right?
Right.
I hope y'all got your money.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, the funny thing is that, you know, there's for when it comes to, like, there's certain months that people want to avoid, but in the end, it's like, look, if you have a fan base that's going to come out for you, it doesn't matter when you launch it. So, you know, it's like, yeah, so everybody, the mob better have their money.
Listen,
if they want
that
to-
whole
Right.
January on my channel, I'm going to be putting it all
Right.
out,
Yeah.
having it
Oh, no,
showcased, going
yeah.
to be promoting it. I'm going to be all over the place with it.
Right.
And then if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in the end, that's any Kickstarter, really. You know. But tell us about the stretch goals. So you are planning some stretch goals on this?
Yeah. Definitely going to be adding additional cards to it. So when we hit certain tiers, I'm going to be making I'm going to make cards, but these cards are going to be like feedback from the community. So like they're going to be random, and it's going to be like cool, because the thing is, if you use this deck, you could use it any way you want to use it. Right. We're going to do holographic stickers for those who help fund the campaign if we hit a certain goal. We're going to also try to be doing making a little booklet so that we can make our own rules to it, so that like it's not just like, oh, you have to follow the D&D thing. You could actually do it in a different way.
Right.
And then my dungeon master, he wants to also add his Christmas special version of that too. So that's going to be something that's going to be added as a Kickstarter goal. So
right. So so the cards are not just random images. I mean, so it seems that there's like Pulsey is literally going through an advent. So it's kind of like a picture book, but the adventure is like kind of hidden in there.
Right.
So it's like, so did the idea start off that way, or did it just build to that, like, oh, this is Pulsey having an adventure?
It's funny because I had the hypothesis of what I wanted right after, I will say, the star card. Because the sun card, it was Pulsey with a sword, and it looked like he got this like this sword from the sun, or he was ready to battle the sun. But then when I did the star card, and it was like him following this like constellation, I was like, wait a minute, what if we make every single card part of his journey? So like, if you say you go ahead and you play with your cards, or you look at them, you can actually build up the journey yourself. You could have him start off following the star, or battling the sun, or showing love to the moon.
Yeah.
Hold up.
I mean,
show the cards.
The first ones that you did, and it was just like, you know, it was just like, okay, I need to have this.
Right. And then for the Vizier card, this is my favorite card because I paid homage to Celestial Pulse, and only the Celestial Pulses will know what that image in the book that pops out is. They will only know. So it's like
a little shout out to everyone.
So nice. Yeah. Or like this card, if you've seen anything with Celestial Pulse, you would know what's happening here.
Let's see, which one's the teeth. Oh, this is right here.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a
So
fun
so
thing.
was it difficult to decide to put legs on Pulsey?
No, because okay, hear me out. You remember the M&Ms back in the days?
Yeah.
I was like, if the M&Ms could do it, I can do it too.
Right. There
Like,
you go. Yeah.
they had these beautiful legs, and I was like, oh, it would be awesome to have Pulsey with these little legs, and he's just walking on them. So for me in my head, I was thinking of him tippy toeing to make it look like he has legs.
Right.
So it wasn't like working out. Shut up, Juju.
And Juju is saying those legs are ugly.
He hates the legs.
He's
like,
jealous.
You're
just jealous.
But yeah, and the thing is, I thought about doing that even from when I was doing the post-tober DC versus Marvel, where the characters had these like legs type things, because I wanted to showcase him doing these like action poses, but I was like, he can't do that in a ball, you know? Like, if you look at Kirby has so many ways he can look. You feel me? And it gets boring.
Right.
I'm a person, I don't like boring. I love details. So I was like, let's add legs. Give him some arms, you know?
Right. And then it's like, when you got, I think that we pretty much knew the designs were changing. Like, you were really, really thinking about the designs when you did the fates.
Yes.
You know, because I remember seeing that one. It's like, oh, these Pulsey designs are getting more complicated.
Yeah, because I had to add boobs to them, and I was like, I know Pulsey has a heart, so that's where the boobs would be.
Right. Yeah.
So I was like, let me play around with that. Let me see what that looks like. And it actually came out pretty good.
No, really, it really
they look like chubby. Like, oh, have you ever seen Ursula? They give Ursula.
Yeah.
That nice like plump body with like
exactly. You know, but I think though, forget the legs though. I think that probably the biggest challenge you might have had was figuring out bone structure when you did death. It's like, Pulsey has bones too.
Yes. See, so like, I was like, he'll be nothing but like 4 nubs and a rib cage.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, okay, but he has a skull, doesn't he, Vess? And I'm like, what the hell? So I was thinking of when I thought about it, I was like, let me break this skull dynamic and like cut it and make it like a half a skull, like an oval skull, and then like make his skeletal parts at the bottom.
Oh, this is the new byline. Your heart is where your boobs would be.
Yup, your heart is where your boobs would be. That quote it here.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, y'all.
So you're sitting there all of a sudden trying to figure out a friggin' skeletal structure of a blob, essentially.
Of a blob, a flame, something that like doesn't.
Well, that's true, right? Yeah, Pulsey's a flame. Yeah.
So he's just like, you know, the cool part about it is I did the Wendigo version of him. Mm-hmm. So like I had an idea of like how the skull should look, but I was like, he doesn't have a jaw. So I just put like this little piece, and I was like, oh, it's cute. I guess I go with it, you know?
Right. There's only so much you can do. You know?
Right. You know,
but you see what D&D does to people? It doesn't lead you to Satanism. It leaves you thinking of how the bones in fire would look.
Right.
How a fire with bones.
It's all about like helping enhance your creativity, because I can promise you so many art came out this year because I'm playing D&D. And like we was on a hiatus for a while because my dungeon master had to build our campaign back up because we lost so many people. So when it came back up, it was like full force, gotta get all this information, do these things. It was just like
a lot of world building. I mean, it's really funny how it doesn't surprise me. Well, it did, but in the end, it doesn't. You know how it ended up affecting your work on your comic book work.
Yeah,
because now it's like you're really going deep into world building, and it's like, oh wait, there are things that I can do.
Yeah,
you know? And it's like, you know, and it's just it's just it's just really, we don't stop. That in the end,
No.
that's just what it is. It's like we don't stop. It's like every little thing triggers something, and before you know it, we're changing entire storylines.
Yeah,
Well,
we
well,
are, because
yeah. Well, here's
Posey didn't have anything.
right. Yeah, it's like, and well, here's a final question. Oh, so like I said, so this is going to, so the link to this is going to be, well, is in the show notes right now. It is on pre-launch, so if you want to get the Deck of Many Pulses, which just for the artwork alone is worth it, but you can actually use it as a usable deck in your games in the end, no matter, it's very versatile. So link is in the show notes so that you can get notified when the campaign goes live on January 1st. So one last question. So how do you keep the world building from going haywire? Like from just like being too much world building?
The funny part about it is, the only reason why it hasn't went haywire is because I haven't run a game as a dungeon master yet. Because I already built up what Pulsey is. I'm not going to ruin it here. So I built up what Pulsey is. Celestial Pulse has its own map.
Right.
And its own location. Yeah. So like the only reason why it hasn't flourished in the way that it has is because I haven't ran a game, and it's on purpose because I got to keep myself tamed. Like sure, I can write all these Pulseys and make sure like what I want for them, and it's notes for me, but it's gonna have to be a book one day, because you guys have to see the complexity of like how my brain works.
Well,
and
just the notebook, just that notebook, it's it's like actually, one last question though. How do you keep yourself from burning out from all that artwork?
My passion for art is different from others, and I tell this to everybody, because everybody asks me this question and they burn out and they get tired and they feel they're less than because they can't do what I do. And I used art as a coping mechanism when I was going through abuse in the home. It was my place to get away. It was my safe haven. So you will see me draw every single day. I'll be watching Netflix with my husband and you see me drawing. And it's because it just, the endorphins, like it makes me feel happy. Right. So I can do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I won't get tired. I always have an idea of what I want to do. Right. But I try not to like tell people, oh yeah, do it this way, because it's like, my fire runs different from another person's fire. My art journey is way different. It's especially when you connect your something that you use to help you through trauma into a job. That's dangerous.
Right. Yeah.
So like I'm in that danger zone where I'm always producing, I'm always creating. I can't burn out because I'm always having an idea for something, because I don't live, my brain does not live in the outside world, always lives in the inside. It's like a creative process. If somebody tells me somebody tells me they want to create something, I know exactly what to do, how to market it, and how to get it done before they can even think about it.
Because those wheels are always turning.
They're always turning. I always try to, and the thing is, like, everybody tries to make me stop. Even my husband, he's like, "Vess, you need a break." Yeah. But it's just
go outside.
Yeah, because like, go touch some grass. No, I can draw grass though. I could draw grass, Justin.
Right.
And like, do you see the colors I can make the grass?
Yeah.
My sky
outside,
can be purple.
Outside.
Right. So like, like people be like, Vess, what you do after stream, after drawing? Oh, I'll sit down, watch Netflix and draw. What?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no,
what are you talking about?
What do you do to? It's like, what do you do for work? I draw. What do you do to relax? I do.
Yeah, and like, I don't think I ever. Thank goodness I never experienced art block.
Oh yeah, that I never have a problem with.
Yeah, like thank goodness for that. But I feel like I'm always in something creative. I'm always doing something. Like, I'm reading your book, so I'm like, oh damn, this is really cool. And like how you break the panels up and how you make the panels different from one panel to another to make a transition. Like I'm like, oh, that's dope, you know. So like I'll analyze other people's stuff that I love reading. I started getting back into books, so I've been doing audiobooks, I've been reading books.
Oh yeah.
So like my creative juice is like always going. And then now having Libby and being able to get audiobooks for free because I got a library card, bro. Like I'm reading Vampire Academy while I'm drawing. Yes.
You know what? I have a
card.
library card too, so I should do that because a lot of times it's just easier for me to listen to a book than read it. Yeah,
Yes.
that is a good idea. So there you go. So there you go. Everybody get a library card
Right.
so you can listen to audiobooks for free. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, and yep, like Juju said, I got multiple projects. Right now I'm also
Right.
currently working on a diverse book to teaching people how to draw diversity, different type of hairstyles, different type of body weights, different type of skin complexions, skin conditions. People don't draw skin conditions. Skin conditions is very important. So like at first I was just messing around and figuring it out for myself until people was like, oh, what you doing? You gonna put that on coffee? So that might become something. I don't know when, but it might become something because it's something that like I have to sit down and do it if it really matters to me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Also, Juju says, world building is mostly for the creator. Everything won't be in the books, it's true. Only what matters for the story should be printed. Absolutely. That's also a way to keep yourself going crazy. Knowing that, just like I'm writing the novel has different information than the comic book does. It has, more establishing information, but it's different information just the same, because the medium just allows it better. But well, thank you so much for spending. I know that you have your own stream that you have to do. I just realized we're a little bit over the hour. So, but thank you so much for coming on the show this Christmas, because God knows we could have just as easily have slept in and it wouldn't have mattered. But like I said, we have one more show left until me and Nita pretty much we're going on vacation all of January. We won't be back until February. So, and we wanted everybody to know about Vess's campaign, which starts January 1st. Link is in the show notes. So at least we got that. We got to talk about that before we went on vacation. So thank you so much for coming on. And thank you so much for everybody who joined us in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us. Oh, and my beautiful eyeball people. I forgot to talk about my beautiful eyeball people watching us from regions beyond. Thank you so much for joining us as well. You see, this is how people leave their kids on top of their cars.
Oh my God.
And any change of routine, and then it's like everything goes haywire.
It happens.
It happens, but thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this Christmas morning. I hope you had a really good time so far in your holiday. We still have the New Year's holiday to go, so I hope the rest of your week goes really well as well. So, Vess, just to remind the people one more time where they can find you and your work aside from Kickstarter.
Definitely you can find me Vasenya Designs everywhere. If you Google search it up, you will find me because I'm the only person in the world with this name. So
which makes it very convenient.
It makes it very convenient. Or you could look up Celestial Pulse. Definitely have Celestial_Pulse on like Instagram, Twitter. But yeah, I'm Vasenya Designs everywhere. And if you don't catch me here, you catch me on Twitch. I'm about to be on there in a few.
So if you haven't gotten enough of Vess, follow her over to Twitch, and you can watch another 3.5 hours of her also there as well. So, and if you want to learn more about me and my artwork, what? Hold on, Nita. Hold on. Oh. Nita, you could have been on here just as well too. You're sleeping. Oh my God, Nita gets so Nita is as jealous of you as Juju is jealous of
I love her.
legs. Yes, we love
We
Nita
love
too.
you, Nita. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Nita. Actually, she just woke up. That's what happened, I guess.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Yes. So, if you want to know more about me and my artwork and all my other projects, including my upcoming campaigns, you can head on over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites. But I mostly post to Facebook if you're interested in seeing sketches and current work in progress updates. And you can also find me on YouTube most of the time for my videos and a semi-weekly art live stream Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm not sure if I'm going to be running one this week, so I don't know. I usually tell everybody at the last minute when I'm running a stream or not. I just got way too much stuff to finish in the next 2 weeks, so I most likely am not going to run a stream this Wednesday, but we will be back on Friday, me and Nita, for I think like our last show until February. So make sure that you join us on Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern for one last show of nonsense and really shitty math and opinions about comic books, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you listen to us for, you'll get it on Friday. So remember also that you can read Eager Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn for free, uploading every day, Monday through Friday. And don't forget that issue 8 comes out on Kickstarter in February 2024. So again, link is in the show notes below so that you get notified when the campaign goes live. But if you prefer your fantasy to be more of a furry Lord of the Rings adventure, you can follow the link over to Tall Tales. It's TAILS online.com. And not only can you read the first 20 issues of Tall Tales for free, but you can catch up on the latest story arc, Tears of the Mother, which is also currently uploading Monday through Friday. And again, will return to Kickstarter in 2024 with the release of the first 5 issues, re-release of the first 5 issues, and the brand new issue 6 of this 8-issue limited series. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Go check out Vess's pre-launch page. Go check out her Twitch channel as well. And in the words of the ancients, eat your food, moisturize, mind your business, and do the work. Because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake any of your accomplishments. Thank you so much, everybody. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you Friday. We'll see you next time. There you go. So let me find my things again here. Jesus Christ, I can't find anything. So see you next time. Bye.